Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do like it? Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah,
nice. I'm just curious.
I was going to write a rebuttal to it.
I'd love that. I would love to be able to interact, have a back and forth. You know, that'd be great. We should try to do that. See if
I've
we
been
can
going to school. I mean, on that internet school.
What do you mean school? School for what? What kind of school?
I taken math, English, math, spelling, and human language.
Is that right? Good for you. See, it's never too late to make yourself better.
I got my high school diploma a long, long time ago, but now I'm trying to get me a GED.
Why?
Because I don't have one.
Why would you need a GED if you already have a high school?
Listen, people say you can never have enough education.
Yeah. Well, but why don't you go to the next level and take some college courses?
Huh?
College?
What about it?
Why don't you take some courses on the college level?
I went to college for almost a year.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 degrees already from the ones I got off internet.
All right. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. It
No,
sounds
you
like
give the guys your credit card number and you pay it, and they send you a diploma in the mail.
That's not exactly the same thing. I'm not sure that's
what I got. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Rogers Institute of Technology, I got that one. Degree.
All right. Yeah. Good. All right, listen, let's move on. The Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wow, this is one game after the other.
Giants are going to cover that spread, though. Raiders ain't going to score.
I'm with you. I've already checked off the Giants there. But here's another legitimately good team against a legitimately atrocious team. Eagles 13.5 at home against the Buccaneers. Got to take the Eagles, right? Donovan McNabb returns. Mike Vick will get out there, have a little bit of fun with them. That's an easy pick, yes?
Yep, I say Michael Vick scores his first touchdown of the year.
Ooh, that's a nice little proposition bet, right?
Yep, 46-yard scamper on a little wildcat reverse.
46 yards. Wow, you really have some insight there.
I rolled the dice on it.
Okay, all right. Well, the dice don't lie, except about half the time, or 55, 60% of the time. That's about the most they lie to you. All right, Carolina. And how bad are things for the Redskins?
Eagles are going to cover.
Yeah, we went with that. We already said that one. Panthers, though, are 0-3, and they're giving points to the Redskins.
Ice cream truck.
What about the ice cream? We're doing picks. What are you talking about, an ice cream truck?
The guy in the ice cream truck. You hear it? And they watch the Dameshek, and they know that he's gotta be on the show. Hello?
Hello, yeah. I'm still here. You gonna get yourself an ice cream, or are you ready to proceed?
I couldn't get it because he was 2 lanes over.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Nice and straightforward. You're a simple man. Carolina, again now, they haven't won a game, and yet they're giving points to the visiting Washington Redskins with their 2 pathetic victories. If there were ever 2 terrible wins in the NFL, that's what the Redskins did. So, Carolina, I guess they're not technically out of anything just yet, but things aren't looking good for them. Coming off of the bye, I'll tell you, I really thought the Redskins were going to assert themselves last week. Everything was pointing in that direction. They had the Buccaneers there. I thought they would steamroll them, get that offense on track. They didn't do it. I think the team has turned against Jim Zorn. I'm going to go with I'll go with the Panthers. They're going to summon it and salvage their season, I guess, for at least one more week. How say you?
Are you left-handed?
Yes, I am.
Me too, and so is Jim Zorn. So I'm going with the Redskins.
Wow. So great logic there. The dice, you don't need those when you have that sort of mysticism working for you. The Baltimore.
He was number 10 on Seattle Seahawks when he was quarterback.
That's right. Yeah, he was. I remember when he was throwing to Steve Largent. Yeah, number 10.
He was the shortest quarterback in NFL history, 5'4".
That's absolutely false. That's not true at all. He was not 5'4". I don't know where you come up with some of your information, but all right. Baltimore Ravens, disappointing loss in Foxborough, giving 8.5 points in Baltimore to Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati 3-1, could be 4-0 had it not been for Brandon Stokely in week 1. They're right in this playoff mix here. I think they get 4 though this week, and I think the Ravens take care of business. The 8.5, does make me a little bit nervous because I think the Bengals can play some defense. I think that Flacco and company are going to keep coming back down to earth a little bit in terms of not scoring as many points. In spite of what I just said, I will take the Ravens minus the 8.5. How say you?
Yeah, the Bengals, they dogged me that first week on my parlay. I had the Bengals on the money line. Can you believe that?
I can't.
And I was
I
cashing
can't.
my ticket and everything.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden that ball flipped and Brandon Stokely caught it. I was like, what in the world? So I was watching that Franklin Harris.
Franco Harris, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh, my goodness.
I was too young. I don't remember that game. I've seen the highlights, though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
And then if they would have had instant replay, they would have said that he didn't catch that, Franklin Harris.
Franco Harris, and I disagree with you. I think they would have. I think they would.
Touch the ground. But anyway, I say Ravens 45, Bengals 13.
45. Wow, that defense for the Bengals doesn't look half bad. Apparently, you disagree.
Well, this Ravens team, I think, might be the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, they can run the ball. Flacco can spin it. Yeah. Hard to make a case
and
against them.
they had a chance to win up in Foxborough, which is a tough place for them to win.
You're right. All right, speaking of a tough defense, the San Francisco 49ers, 3-1 themselves. They're giving 2.5 points to the visiting Atlanta Falcons. This is a tough one. I think the Falcons need, it feels like forever when a team has its bye week this early in the season. It seems like forever since we've seen them. Their last game was up in Foxborough. They didn't look that great. I think they get back on track and take care of business there. I'm going to say for my first, I'm taking an underdog for the first time in this week's games. I'm going to say take the Falcons plus 2.5 at San Francisco.
Well, we on the same page because
all right.
Michael Turner's finally going to do something. I had him on my fantasy team and I had to trade him.
Did you really? Well, then that'll be bad when he does something.
Well, I don't play the team that he's on, so I don't care.
All right. Well, to say that's nice that you can let that sort of thing go. Seattle Seahawks are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars showing signs of life. A little strange, in fact, that the Seahawks are giving 0.5 point here. I say take the Jags to go in there and run over those Seahawks.
You know what? These are two of the most teams that I hate the most out of any teams in the National Football League.
In what sense?
I don't like them. I don't like Jacksonville. I don't like Seattle. I wouldn't even take an airplane ride there.
Well, yeah, I've never been to Seattle, and I've never been to Jacksonville, come to think of it, but I hear Seattle is one of the loveliest cities in North America.
It's the rainiest city in America.
It rains, but it's also lovely.
Jacksonville, everybody got alligators in their backyard.
That's not true. Everybody doesn't have alligators. We would hear about that a lot more.
They said over 10,000 people a year get eaten by alligators.
See, again, I just think you're making that up. I don't know where you come up with stuff like that.
I read it on the internet.
Oh, well, then it must be true. You're right. All right, I stand corrected. Arizona Cardinals are hosting the Houston Texans, another team. The Texans.
I didn't get to pick who I'm picking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you're right. I did skip over your pick. Who do you want there?
Jacksonville.
All right, so we're on the same page for the most part, Ed. We're in agreement on all our picks. See? We're two different souls, and yet we line up almost perfectly when it comes to picking NFL games. Arizona Cardinals, another NFC West team with only one win, giving points to a surging AFC South team. Houston Texans going into Arizona. Texans are plus 5.5 there. Kurt Warner and company need to salvage, need to get a win here because the 49ers look for real. If they want to be relevant, I think they need to get a win here. The Texans' defense is coming on, though, a little bit. I guess it comes down to, do you think that it's Kurt Warner of 08 or Kurt Warner of the preceding 6 years?
Whenever Kurt Warner has played every single game in the season,